Hello, Alissa, and welcome to your natal chart reading. First and foremost, thank you so much for your patience. And I'm actually about to move this meeting control out of the way so that you can see this. I'm actually also going to attach a copy of this to the email just so you can see what chart setup I have for you here, since I know there's so many different apps and stuff. So let's get into this. First and foremost, this is the blueprint for your life as Alissa, because Alissa has been many different people, names, races, religions, and genders over the course of hundreds or possibly even thousands of years, as your soul first entered Earth's atmosphere with the goal of gaining so many soul points that when you return back to the multiverse, you could go wherever you wanted to. So if you would just check out these dark areas in here, they represent the way the sky was set up at the time that you were born. And if you would just imagine for a moment that your baby body was a radio receiver and a radio emitter, I guess frequency emitter, these are the energetic frequencies of your consciousness, the magnetic pull that you push out, but also what is guiding you on your path. So what is your path? You are taking the path of the Libra. This is all about partnership, balance, mutuality, within yourself and also out in the world, because you're looking to be somebody who helps the underdog, somebody who's in politics, possibly literature, just anything that helps bring this earth experience together, but especially being in a partnership. And this is one of those energies where you'll wear different hats throughout life, because this is the path from the beginning to end for you to sort of excel is the word I want to say for it. Now on this path, you have a backlight, which represents where you come from, which you have already done, what you're tired of doing. And for you, that is being the person who carries on the beliefs of your family. This is also something that you were sort of dead stuck into until around 28, before you started to step out and maybe make beliefs of yourself, because that is what this life is about for you. Taking everything that you discovered out in the world and bringing it back as a business that in communications or somewhere local to you as the main goal. You are taking the wealth of everything you learned from your family and everything you learned out in the world and making it something that other people can sort of grow from. So now that you know what the main goals of this are, I am going to go through and break down all the planets that you have in your houses. So let's get started. First and foremost is this first house. This is the house of the character that you're playing, essentially. For you, there's going to be a lot of changes with your looks throughout life. And this has to do with beauty and whatever you consider beauty at that time. But this also means that your ability to catch somebody's attention is really quick. Naturally, you have this classy, elegant look about you that is pretty much appealing to everybody. What they don't know is that underneath that is the Scorpio, where your unique genius is. This means that you pick up on other people's motives so quick. They have no idea that you're even clocking them. Like you are really good at noticing a snake, like an actual snake person, somebody who's manipulating, somebody who's up to something. But also this gives you the gift of understanding stock market, how to wield your power, but also to how to help other people find their power. You just have a sixth sense about things of this nature. And that leads to your second house of your natural gifts that you've been given to sort of make this mission happen for you. Now that includes those Scorpio spidey senses we were talking about that allow you to sort of low-key read other people's motives and mind and peek out trends in regards to real estate, stock market, taxing, and anything that has to do with investing. But all the difficult stuff that you had to go through in order to get that skill set that helps you sort of understand the motivations of other people's psyche was so that you can step into the Sagittarius energy of the optimist, the philosopher. You take all the difficult things you went through and you have a karmic sort of obligation to share what you learned from your family or what you've learned emotionally. That is now your philosophy. You are the storyteller, the optimist, the person sharing the experiences that you've had in a way that lights them up for other people and makes them have hope. This Sagittarius energy of just like that exuberant storyteller goes into the third house of the way that you communicate with people. You are going to be creating a business that is a combination of your stories and your mind, because you're moving towards being the entrepreneur, but your Lilith is here, which means that you like money. You're really into the bag. And that's sort of what pulls you towards wanting to be an entrepreneur and wanting to move away from possibly working with family or working in a caregiving setting or something with homes or children or anything like that, because you want to be your own boss. Because at your core, this I see here, You are the entrepreneur, the boss, the person that came sort of to make a stable legacy for yourself. And at home is where you really, really get it in. Because your home upbringing could have been strict, or it could have just laid the foundation for everything that you do now or everything that you will do in your business. That is the foundation. That's the word I'm looking for. So this Aquarius energy that you have over here in the fourth means that you're good with stuff online. And that is actually where you will receive the most expansion, especially in regards to your business. The more that you put yourself out there where your soul tribe can see you, the more they'll be gravitating towards you. And technically, you don't have to do anything to put your stuff online or just for you to network locally to get yourself out there. This Aquarius energy of technology, the genius, innovation, the rebel, which is where your family sort of gave you the energy initially. And if it wasn't your root family, because I can see they might have been sort of strict, it's the family that you will find out in the world. This Aquarius energy goes into the fifth house of your unique self-expression. Now, there are no planets here, but it's important for you to understand that you speak and channel messages for the collective with this setup here. This goes into your sixth house of day-to-day activities and the gifts you've been given in order to be of service, but also to balance yourself. And for you, once again, it's channeling messages. Like people might come up to you and you know exactly what to say to them, or people might ask you questions, or you might feel like you need to tell somebody something, but this will apply online. You will have things that come to you in your dreams, in your inspirations that you're meant to share with other people as your job. And that will make you a pioneer, which is what this Aries energy over here is. It's a bit of a warrior, a fighter, somebody doing something that has not been done before. And that actually connects to your seventh house of how you appear in the public eye, your marriage, your partnerships, anything to do with contracts. You will always sort of be the alpha in regards to your relationships, but also in the way that you're seen in the world. And that's a little bit of a wound for you. Something about your independence or you always having to be the strong person sort of hurts you a little bit. But it's actually meant for you to overcome that so you can help other people who have a similar issue also. Your Mars, your drive, your passion is in partnership, but it's like a slow drive. Like it probably takes you a long time to get mad, but you really enjoy the finer things in life and you like relaxing, you like to have money, you like to travel, and that is exactly what you're meant to do, especially with the partnership that you sort of have that's karmic that's supposed to come around for you. Now, this Taurus energy of that old Eden Earth thing where you just really enjoy this experience without the technology and stuff. This is nature, weed, wine, all that sort of stuff. Goes into the eighth house. This is important for you because your first house is partially ruled by Scorpio, which rules this house. For you, that means that you find comfort in things that people might not find comfort in. Like you might like scary movies, but you can take difficult subjects and make them easier for other people to understand and overcome because you are at the first critical degree of learning how to explain difficulties from I want to say a place of overcoming, so to speak. Like you've already done it and you found the lesson and you can share the lesson with other people who are still looking for the silver lining in what they have been through. You have a way with words and it's a part of your belief system because it goes into this ninth house of foreign land, foreign travel, philosophies, higher education, spiritual gurus. You are going to be using your words to inspire others, particularly females, because your midheaven is in Cancer. This means for you, the goal here would be to have your own business and have a family, have children, help women, help other families, and help children, especially because of this Leo over here as well. You being in charge of your career and sharing your creativities, your mind, the things that you channel, the things that you feel like the world needs. You are meant to be the change that you want to see with your mind in the front row of your career. As you are pretty much a mom to people who don't have moms with this energy, and you have been for many, many lifetimes. Now, the next area we want to hit is this 11th house of your wishes and dreams, along with your soul tribe and the collective. That is where you shine. You have a sun at 28 degrees Leo. This means you're entertainer, performer, motivational speaker, somebody who is a leader. You are just in charge of inspiring a particular group. And the group will be a group of entertainers as well, but also healers, people trying to help this world bring back into balance. You have so much stuff you're meant to be sharing right now. Like this is an amazing setup. This last this last house is the house of undoing things that if they are not recognized, they could be an issue, but they're also sort of what you owe karmically. For you, there's a bit of analysis paralysis that comes here, meaning that you sometimes might overanalyze details so much that you don't even end up releasing them because you're thinking too hard. And particularly, this could be something that stops you because you don't do it because you don't think it's perfect enough. But the main areas here are this Pluto, which is your power, and Venus, which is how you earn your money. They are connected to your partnerships, the relationships that you have, the way you put yourself out in the world as an artist. If you are an artist or a speaker, a thinker, but somebody who works with the materials of the land. And I say that because of this Taurus that's over here. And I would love to hear your feedback on that, because there's definitely something you're supposed to be doing, whether it's speaking or writing or painting, that is connected to your wealth. That is like your karmic obligation because of this, all along with the fact that you probably run into the same type of guy a lot if you have not already gotten married. So thank you for this opportunity. And let me know if you have any questions.